Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session on virtual labs. You're watching us live on PM eVidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT official. This session is meant for the students of grade 8. The subject that we are taking up in this session is English. We are going to learn about demonstration of simulation to identify confused word usage in the sentence. Well, what are those confused words? Of course, the words which confuse us, and how are we going to use them correctly in a sentence? This is what we're going to learn through virtual lab today. Now, before I actually introduce you to our expert and tell you about the contact details, let me tell you something about virtual lab first of all. Many of you already know about it, but those who have joined us today for the very first time, for them I just want to say that virtual lab is an excellent educational tool that helps us perform simulations anytime, anywhere, at our own pace, space and convenience. All we need is a stable internet connection and of course an IoT device. And if you have any problem in understanding some of the concepts that are abstract in nature, be it in mathematics, science, then virtual labs comes really handy. And there is no pressure, there is no dearth of resources, there is no hurry. You can do it at your own pace. You can also self-evaluate yourself. Where do you stand and how much you have understood the concept. It has got so many interesting features which we will of course witness today in the session. And the most amazing part is that it is not just about the simulations related to science and mathematics that we perform on virtual labs. We can learn across disciplines, be it language, be it subject like social science, be it computer science. Anything is now possible to learn through virtual lab, and that too in a very joyful and hands-on manner. So, as you can see on the screen right now, we are trying to make this session all the more inclusive. That is why we have our ISL interpreter on the screen. Ms. Anushka Sharma, we welcome you to the session. And my dear viewers, if you want to reach out to us with your queries, please feel free to get in touch with us through all these details. Our phone number is 8800440559. Our email ID is, we have dedicated one for you, diksha.training@ciet.nic.in. And on our YouTube handle NCERT official, you can send us your questions, suggestions and of course your feedback. Now it's time for me to introduce you all to my guests for the session. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Amit Ranjan, sir is Assistant Professor from CIET NCERT New Delhi. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to the session.
Thank you very much.
First of all, we would like to know that the topic is actually making me confused about the confused words. What are we going to learn in the session today?
Sure. So this is part of Diksha Virtual Labs by NCERT, and here we learn different aspects of language learning. So today we are going to look at words that confuse us, as you rightly said, which may sound similar or maybe similar looking, and we are confused by how to use them.
Okay.
And we often use them wrongly. So this is to rectify some of that. But like I always say, this is just a preliminary a guideline for doing things. For in-depth analysis, of course, you have to rely more on your classroom, the interactions with your peers, with your classmates, with your teacher, and the more you practice a language, the better you get.
Absolutely.
Virtual lab helps you practice that,
yes,
because you get feedback in real time if you're going wrong, and then you can correct yourself according to that. So like you said, all you need is an internet connection and a little bit of application, a little bit of patience and excitement,
you're
passion.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Right. So sir, how do we access these virtual labs? Are they free for everybody, or do we need to pay for some of its features?
No, it's absolutely free for everyone, and currently we have English content for classes 6 to 9. We're building more for classes 10 to 12 as well. So today we have for class 8, this module is in class 8 with confused words, but of course it's useful for everyone.
Yes.
So let us look how to do it. First,
Sure.
diksha.gov.in is what you have to type. Let's do that. diksha.gov.in, and here you get a web page like this. So we go down, and here there is something called the focus areas of Diksha.
Right.
Within that you click on virtual labs and you get something like this, and here we have grade wise.
Okay.
So today we are going to do grade 8. You will get Hindi medium and English medium. Obviously it will be English medium for English, and then we click English. And you may be asked to, we are already signed in, you may be asked to sign in, so you can sign in with your Google account or open a new account and work with that. You may be asked to fill certain things, your details as a student or a teacher or as a learner. Alright, so here we go, and we have this topic to identify confused word usage in the sentence.
Okay.
So we click on this.
And we will get theory part as well here.
Right. So that's, and then we can do it full screen for.
Okay. So here are the set of instructions. This
And
is
then
the
there's
animation.
animation which explains what it will be, which we are already explaining, so we'll not go into it. Then there's a theory portion, procedure portion, how to use, which we'll show you, and then animation, and then eventually there's a viva to check how much we've
learned. Okay.
So let's look at the theory portion. So it says to identify confused word usage in sentence. So like I said, some words confuse us because of their spelling, because of their similar sound, and so on. So the words with similar sounds are known as homophones.
Homophones, okay.
Why? Because homo means same, phone means sound.
Okay.
So same sound. So for example, affect, effect. It's, and so on. So there are some words which are given over here, and some more which I will tell, and the rest, of course, the list is very long because English is interesting, and as they say in movies, also a
Funny language.
funny language, because it is a highly borrowed language. Because the British had colonies of almost 65 countries, there are words that are borrowed from all over the world into English, and also it derives from largely Greek and Latin, and also German, Scandinavian languages. So the best way to learn English is to learn by practice. There are exceptions to every rule. But these words are the common words which we must be abreast of, know about them, because they appear very often in our conversation, in our writing, so it's best to know them, and very often we make mistakes in these.
Sure.
So let's see what are the words listed over here, and then I'll tell some more.
Okay.
Okay, so the first pair of homophones is affect and effect. A-F-F-E-C-T and E-F-F-E-C-T, right? So the one with A, affect, is a verb. So the very simple distinction here is, in other places we will see there are two nouns which are similar sounding, but here there are different forms itself. So it's easy to remember. Affect is a verb. The war has affected us. So here it will not be E-A, affected. Always remember the pronunciation is also slightly different. It's affect, not effect. And effect is what happens after you are affected. The effect of
consequence.
War, yes, the effect of war was disastrous. So here the examples that are given over are the rain will affect environmental conditions, and for effect, the effect of the rain was a flooded garden. So it's very simple to remember. Affect is verb, effect is noun, and they denote the same thing, the consequences.
Right.
Then the most common mistake that is made generally is lose, L-O-S-E and L-O-O-S-E, L-O-O-S-E.
Yes.
Okay. So lose is a verb meaning to misplace. I don't want to lose my phone, as an example over here, and then the verb will transform into different forms in different tenses. Lost is the past tense.
Yeah.
whereas lose is an adjective. So here also you understand that there are two different figures of speech. So it's also easy to remember, but of course the spelling is close and the pronunciation is exactly the same, so it's difficult, but you'll learn it through practice. So LOOSE is an adjective meaning slack, movable or weak. So the ring that you're wearing is loose, but if you lose it, you've lost it.
Yes.
His t-shirt was loose, so he replaced it.
So it's loose, so there are high chances of losing it.
So the way to remember it,
Yeah.
which one is which, is the long spelling, double O, is the loose spelling, right? It's expanded. So it's loose like anything that is loose. So two O's make it loose. Whereas the single O means you may lose it, or that single O may also vanish and you may have lost it. So these are ways to remember it. Then the two words that also confuse are than and then.
Okay.
Than is a comparative word. He is taller than his brother. But it is also a different kind of comparison which you have to remember. No sooner had the match begun than the audiences began to leave. So it is also used in combination of no sooner as an effect of something having started, no sooner than. No sooner did it start raining, everybody left. Okay, so there are two ways to use than. One is direct comparison, taller than his brother, younger than his father, and so on, and then no sooner and than comparison.
Okay.
Whereas then is an adverb, time-based adverb, which everybody knows. Let me first complete the work, then we will go shopping. Now and then. Okay. Then we have your and your.
Okay.
So your is a possessive pronoun. This is your cake, this is your watch, this is your call. Whereas your, the second one with the apostrophe, is a contraction of you are. It becomes your. And so it combines you and are, and so it's pretty clear. If you see the apostrophe, it is the possessive. Whenever you see the apostrophe, it's possessive. I am becomes I am. They are becomes they are, there. And
so in your, basically people generally make mistake like you're welcome. So what is the correct your here? Y-O-U-R or one with apostrophe?
One with apostrophe, it means you are welcome.
You are welcome, right.
You are welcome will mean a thing called welcome which belongs to you.
To you,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Then we have accent and accent. A-S-C-E-N-T. And of course, you can also confuse it with a scent with a space, which means a perfume or a smell. But here, accent, A-S-C-E-N-T, without any space, the word means to climb, the action of climbing. The plane ascended 30,000 feet. The captain said climbers began their ascent of the mountain. Whereas the other one, ascent, A-S-S-E-N-T, is approval, be in agreement to a proposal or an idea or request. The committee members gave their assent to the new policy and they agreed.
Is it similar to consent?
Yes, similar to consent, and you can see that the root word is the same, S-E-N-T, and we have a prefix A-S, and con is with, and assent is to be on the same side.
Okay.
So these are some words, and similarly there are about 100 such combinations.
Wow.
You have to find out through a proper grammar book like Ranjan Martin, and ask your teacher, practice in the class. Let me tell you a couple more.
Sure.
As you can see on your screen, one of the most confusing words for people is stationary and stationary. Right?
Yes.
Everybody gets the spelling wrong, including the best of the people. So let's get it right forever here. So one is station, ARY, and one is,
Station and ERY.
so which one is which? What do you think?
Yeah, stationery is something that's static, and stationery, of course, pen, pencils, like office stationery, school stationery.
Right. Why? How do we distinguish these?
Okay. No, I remembered it by heart, that's all I know, but I don't know the logic.
Okay. So station, the word, is about being stagnant, static in one place.
Okay.
Right. So
Railway station.
railway station. There's also a word called static,
Yes.
which means to be stationary.
Stationary.
And there are many words which will have stat and which will mean something that is positioned in one place. Okay. Now ARY, when you see that suffix, this little element coming at the end of words is called a suffix, and which, so stationary, anything with the quality of the first part. The second part describes the quality of the first part when you see ARY.
Oh.
Can you think of other words
Okay.
with ARY?
With
And
ARY.
ending in ARY? Dictionary.
Contrary.
Yes, contrary. Contrary is having the quality of contra. Contra means opposite. So anything that is opposite is contrary. Dictionary.
Dictionary.
Diction, what is diction? Diction is the way to pronounce things. Diction is the right way to say a word. So, dictionary, the quality of having the right diction.
Right.
So, this is the quality of having station,
Right.
the quality of being static, of having stopped. So, anything that has stopped has the quality of station, is stationary.
Wow.
With an ARY.
Nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, it's clear. Now, the other one is more complicated.
Okay.
So, first we understand station, we understand a station.
Yes.
Now, ERY is actually not ERY, but is ER and then Y.
Okay.
So, anything that ends in ER, the suffix, what does it mean?
What does it
Think of any word that ends in ER.
mean? ER.
Yeah? Hawker,
Hawker, vendor. No, vendor is OR.
OR, okay. Hawker,
Yeah.
um,
What else?
croaker,
Stalker.
stalker, okay. Let's see hawker and stalker.
Okay.
Anybody who hawks.
Yeah.
Now, this is also complicated and metaphorical, but hawks were pets throughout the medieval ages, where hawks were used to hunt rabbits. Hawks are eagle-like creatures.
Yeah, eagle-like creatures, yes.
So, so they are the ones who get your food by
Yeah.
hunting rabbits and so
Yes.
on. And that later became somebody who sells.
Oh, street hawk is, that's
Street
how,
hawker.
wow.
Stalker, somebody who stalks you is stalker. So, anybody who does anything, the quality of it is, you add ER to it, and then that becomes somebody who does that.
Okay.
Okay, reader, writer. You read, so you become a reader. You write, so you become a writer.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
transformer.
But not translator.
It's the same
Okay.
with OR
Yeah.
from a different root. So, reader, writer, confronter, if I confront
Subscriber.
you, subscriber, and so on.
Yeah.
So, anybody who does what is stated in the first part is
Oh,
ends
okay.
in ER.
Okay,
So,
okay.
anybody who does the station. So, here it actually means the railway station. जैसे हिंदी में चाय वाला, coffee वाला, है ना? So, ER has that quality, station wala.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, stationer.
So, anybody who is at the railway station is a stationer.
Stationer. Oh.
So, who is a stationer? So, earlier at the railway stations there used to be these book stalls
Yes.
selling books, pens, pencils,
Oh.
and so on. And so, the extra I for that, the
Wow.
things that a stationer has is stationery.
Stationery. Wow. Very
That's how.
interesting.
So, that's how it's
That's the history of stationery.
That's how it's easy to remember. Anything with an ARY
Yeah.
just embodies that quality.
Lovely.
Whereas ER is somebody who does that.
Does that.
And you add an extra Y then the goods that belong to that doer. Okay.
Very nice.
So you'll remember it with the wala thing easily. And also we saw your and you are, and another combination that confuses people is its and its. So
What the
and the
apostrophe
meaning,
is it is.
And the meaning actually is the opposite of what you would think, because in other apostrophes, your and your, with the apostrophe, it's the possessive. So people confuse it that the possessive is this one, but this is merely a contraction.
Yeah.
It is merely a contraction
Yes.
of it is.
Yes, it is.
So this is, let's say, a development of print technology. When print technology come, words had to be contracted, put in a neat column, then these apostrophes came. So its is merely contraction.
It is,
so,
yes.
So this is it is. It's raining will have an apostrophe, whereas its, its, is the possessive. It's mine.
It's mine.
Yeah? So these
But
are,
even then can't be it is mine. It is mine.
sure.
We can use apostrophe S also there, right? It is mine.
Yes, in this case, let us take some other case. It's
So even our viewers can think about it and let us know in the comment section,
So
because we have limited time here.
yeah. So for
kind of an
example,
assignment.
it's the first example that I gave. It's raining. There it will be it is raining. It cannot be it's raining without the apostrophe. That's the possessive. Okay. Now let us look at the
Simulation.
simulation.
Right. And I think what you have explained is so nice. I mean, now it's very easy to perform the simulation also, because we have understood the theory, we have understood the genesis of it, origin of it.
Let's look at the simulation.
Right. And apart from that, you can also have evaluation questions here, which definitely you can
So here we have jumbled words and we have to put them in these sentences. So first the clues are given, meaning, an opinion or a recommendation about what should be done. So what is a recommendation? It's an advice. So let us jumble it. ADVI.
advise.
A little problem with the jumbler here, I think.
Okay. So basically you can perform simulations in the manner, and you must practice them. We have done this for you before, and here comes the right answer.
So here comes the right answer. It's advice. And the second one is to recommend, suggest or counsel, verb.
So SE, advice, ADVISE.
So this is also something that people have to be very careful about, where you have CE and SE.
Yeah, and similar is the case of device, CE and SE.
Yes. So there are many words like that.
Yes.
Where remember very clearly that CE is the noun form, SE is the verb form. So here it's advice, advise, and also remember that there is a slight differentiation in the pronunciation. Advice and advise.
Advise.
Z. Practice, practice. So let me write down with practice is the noun.
Yes.
We had our football practice today, and practice. This is in
SE.
British English. In American English, now they have confused everything and made everything SE. But we, because we have the legacy of the British English, we still follow these forms. So practice and practice. SE, we practiced football today. We practiced a game of football today. And like you said, device and device, DEVICE is the noun. The television is a device, and we use SE for device. So I never asked for your
advice. CE.
Now, we dash
advised, we gave you the advice.
We advise you to
so
wear appropriate clothing for the weather.
Right.
Okay. Second one, to call forth or to evoke or to reduce. Okay, so this is illicit.
And then another one is illicit.
Oh man, sorry. This is
ELLICIT.
yes, and the other one here, morally wrong or
Illicit.
illegal, is illicit.
Yeah.
So these are two different words.
Yeah.
They sound similar.
Yes. And so it's very interesting, and I think our viewers can actually solve this exercise themselves. So
sure. So there are 10 of these kind given over here, and all are very interesting words. So let us quickly go then to the Viva Voce, which will be last 5 questions, to see which ones, to see your learning over here. So for example, finally my paper was dash with the journal. Select the correct word.
accepted.
Accepted, accept, accept, accept.
A1.
A1, because this is verb, as we said in the beginning, and accept is the opposite, accepting something. EXEPT is which excludes that part. This is the correct answer. Okay, we'll just finish this. There are just 5 questions. My family was finally already to go to vacation, already to go to the vacation, already to go.
Already, B1.
B. So there is difference between already and already. Already is readiness and already is something that is present, already present.
Right.
Right. And
Right.
the manager gave only a brief dash to the work at hand. Illusion, delusion, illusion, allusion. This will be allusion.
Illusion.
So
Illusion
similarly,
meaning?
like I said, there are many words like this.
Right.
So it depends
So you can
on
figure
practice.
out. Yes.
Go, you can search for word lists on the internet with similar sounds. They're called homophones. The ones that look similar are homographs. So look out for them, practice them on virtual labs and get better at them.
And you will be able to get the understanding of how to frame right sentences and not to get confused. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and contribution to
so
the
much.
session. It was very interesting. I felt like playing this over like a quiz. And I would also like to thank our ISL interpreter, Ms. Anushka Sharma, and my entire team for making the session a success. Thank you so very much. So viewers, we are through with our session on virtual labs, and what's coming up next, here is a program schedule. So in a short while from now, you'll be watching another session of ours at 12 o'clock on Inclusive Classroom. Subject is going to be English and the topic will be Smart, Be Safe, and rest of the programs will follow. With this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, signing off. Namaskar.